What's up, everybody? This shirt is like doing weird things with my camera. I probably shouldn't wear the bright yellow shirt. Anyway, today was SpaceX IPO. It was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody was so excited for it. You know, biggest IPO in history. Elon Musk is a trillionaire now. Um, it was a lot of fun to trade. The excitement leading into it, like just waiting for it to open so you could trade on it, was a lot of fun, and um, I think it was successful. I mean, I don't think he's going to be complaining about that one. It was supposed to open at so the IPO price, if you had if you were able to get shares before the open, was $135 a share. Um, there weren't a whole lot of shares to go around. They kind of divvied them out to everybody, like shared them with everybody and whatnot. And but if you couldn't get one at the open, or you couldn't get one allocated beforehand for the 135, you had to wait till the open to get one. So as you can see here, it opened at about 150 bucks a share. So the way that works is, even though 135 is what they were offered before the open, um, once they decide on the time and the day and it gets close to the open of the IPO, it basically goes to auction, and then the price gets adjusted according to buyers and sellers, depending on how much demand there is and stuff like that. So it opened at $150 a share. I know there's a lot of confusion. I'll just explain it real quick for people who don't know, but you may be asking, for instance, Tesla's valued at like $2.3 trillion now. It makes it the most expensive, or is it the most? It's not the most expensive, but it opened at $2.3 trillion and it trades at $162 a share. Nvidia is worth like $5 trillion and it trades at, I think it's about $200 a share right now. Let's check that. $205 a share. And then you have a company like, I'm trying to think of a good example, Berkshire Hathaway. They trade for like $400,000 a share or something, and their market cap isn't near as big. And it has to do with the number of shares that are on the market. So you can have a bigger price per share if you have a lower float, lower pool of stocks that are traded. So that's how that works. But anyway, so this thing opened up $150 a share, went up. You know, first 10 minutes or so had a pullback, and then we ground up to about $176 a share, and then it kind of sold off going into the close, and now it's trying to do a bounce. So I did really good. I think I was up like $10 a share or something like that for the day. It's really good. Very happy with it. And right now I just have one share basically after hours, because I kind of wanted to see if it was going to do something special. Sometimes if there's a lot of interest after the market closes, these things will skyrocket. So I just kind of wanted to throw one share out there and see if anything special happens. You know, just so I participated in the move. I'm glad I traded it. Like I said, I did well. It was a great experience. Obviously, it worked out in my favor. But even if it hadn't have, I think it was just a really cool experience to be a part of trading the open on SpaceX. Um, you know, just to be able to say that you participated in the biggest IPO in history, maybe ever. Um, it was cool. I enjoyed it. Gotta drink that water, guys. Make sure you drink your water. But yeah, so anyway, we just have one runner here. I'm just kind of seeing what happens, seeing if there's any kind of crazy spike. I was thinking maybe this thing might shoot up to like $200 a share or something. Who knows? But that's kind of the recap for the day. I didn't really trade anything else. I'm only holding one other position, and it's Broadcom. And I've been underwater on that one for like a week now. But it's a solid company, and I'm not going to sell it until not only am I not going to sell it when it gets back and I'm not underwater, is I'm going to hold it longer than that because I don't want to hold that thing for this long and then not actually make anything off of it. So that's just where I'm at. But I hope everybody has a good weekend. I just wanted to recap that. Go SpaceX. Um, you know, I think what I think is going to happen with Elon Musk is I think at some point you're going to have XAI, you're going to have Starlink, you're going to have the SpaceX side, where the rocket side. You're going to have Tesla, and what are the Neuralink, maybe the Boring Company. I think he's going to like roll all these into one thing, and eventually I think the ticker will just be X, because that seems to be his thing. He likes that X thing. I mean, you got already SpaceX has Twitter in it, which is called X now, so that's the XAI. So it's got Twitter and the AI division, data centers and all that. Anyway, he's gonna have just this one big ass huge company that does pretty much controls the world, and it's going to be called X. I think that's what I think. That's going to be his ticker. It's just going to be X at some point. But all right, you guys have a good weekend. Drink one for me. Everybody be safe, and we will be back at it Monday.